What's up, Ivy Crew? Let's get it moving and shaking and do what it do. So I've already gotten started with my day. Forgot to record. Simple as that. But I am now in Columbia for Columbia Fashion Week. Gonna make it very simple, very sweet, because I'm already running a little bit behind for fitting. So I was supposed to do hair and makeup and fitting today because the designer I'm walking for did not show up when the other designers were here a couple weeks ago when we had rehearsal. So now we had to come in early today. So for me, what does that mean? Late night, early morning, because I had work last night, did not get home until after 2, still had to do my nails. So then that was after 3. Went to bed, woke up today at 8:30, and then started to drive an hour and a half to get here. Then didn't have the address. I went to where I thought we were going. Then by the time I got there, didn't see anybody that I knew was supposed to be with me. Texted one of the girls. She said, "Oh, this is the address." Looked at the group chat. There was no address in the group chat. So not sure how we were supposed to know that, but maybe I'm just the one that was, out the loop. So anyway, here, finna go get fitted, and then I'm gonna go do makeup. But really, in actuality, y'all already know, I really don't like people touching my face, so I might just end up doing it myself and have them touch it up. And then my hair, we're not doing anything with my hair. Please don't touch my hair. So finna go get fitted, trying to figure out which way to go in. I think it's this way, because I seen somebody coming out, but yeah, I see she's coming out. So I'm gonna go this way, and we're gonna go get fitted real quick. Not exactly sure what I'm wearing, but I did see her Instagram and everything looked good. So hopefully we'll get something good. We'll be comfortable and looking good in it. So then pictures and everything like that. So let's go.
Keep the jacket on. I want my car, but I really don't want to walk back.
That was also my other thing. I was wondering why she wasn't there. She never said anything. We asked about her not being there, and they still didn't give us a response or contact us back. You made a group me, so you had access to have everybody, come do fittings or send measurements online or anything else you needed to do additionally to prepare to make sure for today, because today is the day of, okay? And not only that, if you need to make any pinning, any sewing, anything, you need as much time as possible. And right now you're taking up almost an extra hour not doing anything. We don't know what these things are going to look like at all, and as much alterations that you have to do, you need as much time as possible. Show starts at 7. You can't be sewing and have a model in a costume, model in your design, and on the runway at 7. All 3 things can't happen at the same time.
Yeah, because God forbid, like you said, if you have no learning, if they don't have time to do all 3 things like they need to, and something starts coming off of them.
Exactly. So if you move the time up, move the time up or back, either one, up or back, thank you, be there, because 2 to 4 was already, that's people being here for walking, whatever, things of that nature. So people are already stressed about that. Now, if for some odd reason someone didn't see the message yesterday, like didn't one girl say she wouldn't be able to be here until 2:30? If you scheduled that time and people work or have childcare, whatever the case may be, like I said, the least you can do as an adult to an adult is be on time. If you change the time.
She's going to update everybody on October 28th. I thought we had to say something because I needed an update.
Because that's why I texted you, but I really was finna text her and be like, hey, because I was like, I don't want to say nothing in front of the group chat to be like, I'm not trying to say nothing, but I'm like, hey.
You're the designer.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know what it is. I feel like every designer should be.
Yeah, exactly. And some you can be very formal, some you cannot. And that's why I texted you on the side being like, what's the address? Because I'm reading every email, I'm flagging every email to make sure that I keep it, that I'm not, throwing it away or whatever. So if you're gonna move it up.
Email that I got sent, but I was scared because they said I asked people, is the designer issues? No, she might come the second one.
Yeah, and we was at the second rehearsal and she wasn't there.
Yeah, I was like, I'm sorry, but my friend passed away. Like, I have to be back and say, like, take care of my other friends. Like, I know for sure I have a flight book. Like, I cannot do a second rehearsal. So, like, what do I have to do with the procedure? Because I haven't read email or anything about that. Because I thought, like, each time, and, you know, unless something happens, that all the designers have to do. So, she's
That's what I thought too.
Time is now 12:52. I don't know if that's her in the Tim's. That's not her? Okay.
Maybe that's her partner or something.
the one who walked over here.
No, right there.
In the corner, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Is that her? Oh.
They got a zebra pants.
Oh, okay.
The one who waved you.
Yeah, so which I don't like people doing my makeup anyway. I'd rather do it myself, but if you want somebody to do a little light foundation, a little light base, whatever, cool.
Now I just feel awkward. I'm definitely not natural. I was really pretty.
Yeah, but it's not nothing. It's not like pink or blue.
They're like,
Yeah, it's just like a smoky eye.
you know, they're not just like, bruh, move along.
No.
Like, that is
So I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting. I had to babysit yesterday until 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. Like,
How many days?
4.
4.
Yeah. So I'm tired. The youngest one, yeah, but the other 3, no, they're under 9.
Are they siblings?
So feeding, bathing, like everything like that, in which she had already asked me about it before I knew which day I was walking. So I'm like, yeah, you know, whatever. But I told her, I'm like, hey, don't stay out late. I have something to do tomorrow. And then I was literally there babysitting yesterday when I had got the email. I don't know, or got the message. I guess my message came through on GroupMe later. I just...
I noticed that, yeah.
Mine, but I didn't have GroupMe before. When she had said something about GroupMe is when I downloaded it to my phone and got it. And it seems like all of them come in, like, when I open the app is when all of them like come in at the same time, but I don't get a notification of like when somebody does it. So when I'm looking at it, I just checked it yesterday just to be sure. I just texted yesterday just to be sure that everything was the same, and that's when I seen the message talking about coming in at 12, and I'm like,
I didn't even see it today. When she sent the email to you on my phone, I was like, oh, okay.
I didn't get an email. It was that.
Oh, sorry, like,
Oh, you talking about the GroupMe?
like the group.
Yeah.
And then that's when I scrolled up and it said new. And,
Right.
And when I went like that, it didn't say new.
We're waiting on
But it came in as a chunk. Yeah.
It's so fast. You just picked him up right there.
I think I can see it.
Yeah. Once I see it,
She said she.
Finally getting fitted. It is
They're not gonna hold me down.
1:23. Been here since 12. Okay, let me just rant for a second, which I already told y'all, but thing is, she wanted us to be here. We were supposed to be here for the scouts at 2:30. She said, can y'all get here at 1? Can y'all get here at 12 so we can go ahead and do fitting, because she was not here at the rehearsal time when fitting was a month ago, 2 months ago, whatever. She was not here. So I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. And you know, everything is cool when you're on time, you know, when you're on time, when you make a thing and you change the time, either pushing the time up or pushing it back, you know, whatever, let me know and let somebody know and stick to that time. So we have sat here for over an hour, at least me and a couple other girls sat here for over an hour waiting on you to get here, and you then got there slow poking around, whatever, and then we finally got the fits, and now you're talking about, so, okay, well, we'll see you in a little bit. If I was the person who didn't know how to do my own makeup, I don't even have my makeup done. So like, now I'm contemplating, do I go get food or do I just sit here and do my makeup and go on about my business? Because I don't even freaking know. So I don't know. I might go get food, therefore I'll have something for later. That way when we get done with the scouting, I can eat and then, you know, go on about my business. So I think that might be what I do, because as of right now, it's 1:52, so we have to be back here. It starts at 2:30 to 4. So, and then I'm gonna be wearing my all black, so it really don't matter anyway. But like, The outfit I'm wearing at least is decent, so I'm cool, because the other girl that I'm cool with, she does not like her outfit. So I was like, girl, you need to go back in there and tell her. Like, and I told her, like, when I do shows and stuff like that, if it's the last outfit I wear, like if it's multiple outfits I wear, but the last outfit I wear I don't like, I probably won't like, you know, wear it and walk in it and not say nothing. I will say something to the designer, you know, whatever, because the last outfit that you're in is probably the one that you're going to be taking the most pictures in. So if you don't like it, you need to say something. So this is the only outfit that she'll be walking in, so you need to say something, because that's the outfit that you're gonna have a whole bunch of pictures in. And if you don't like the outfit, you might as well say something now. So she went back in there, so I told her to let me know how it goes. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go get me something to eat and then come back, so we'll see how this goes. Rehearsal I think was supposed to start at 2:30, but because the other girl was late, I didn't get to go get food, and I definitely won't be able to go do it later, so that's why I'm doing it right now. So anyway, I'm going to go inside. We're supposed to have scouts, and I'm gonna go see what happens. So there's also a 200-foot runway, so we're gonna be walking for a while. Anyway, this is the car makeup that I did. Hair will be taken, or a wrap will be taken off from my edges, but let me know what y'all think. Let's go. Yes, because we look cute for a video. Walk number 1 is walked. Now I'm gonna get ready for number 2, which is right behind this one. So I won't be doing the finale walk. I'll just be walking straight back to the other one. So let's get changed.
I'm a leader, so I need y'all to give it up for this Miss Sean Thomas.
End of Fashion Week, y'all. We are about to go to the after party. I'm not really a fan because I don't know that many people here, but some people that I do know were talking about it and said like it's the last day, so like everybody's going. So I'm gonna go for a little bit. I'm in Columbia, so it's gonna take me like an hour and a half to get home. I don't have anything to do tomorrow, but I did not plan to stay. I did not even know about an after party today, so I'm gonna go for a little bit. It's like 2 miles away. See what's going on. If it ain't really popping like they say, because they talking about somebody 11, they be jumping. We only got 5 minutes till it's 11. So if ain't nothing happening, I'm gonna take my happy butt back to the house. Phone is on 20. Watch is on 10. My devices are dying, so yeah. Plus the girl that I was really cool with, she's not going. She has a son, so she's going back home. So we'll see. But anyway, I will show you guys my fit. But I'm waiting for my deodorant to dry, so I don't have it on right now. But I'll show you when I get there, and we'll see what happens. So here, so I have me a brown dress with some cheetah print shoes and some glasses. I can already see a lot of people outside that were at the show, so literally they went from one place to another. But we're gonna see. I forgot, it's not my jewelry, but it's okay. It is what it is now. So I didn't show you guys the nails, French tips with Hawaiian flowers. But anyway, interesting. He's rapping to himself in the reflection of the mirror. I would turn the camera around if he does it again. Anyway, I'm gonna pop out, see what's going on for a little bit, and then we'll see what happens. Hold on. Yo, his friend over there hyping him up. Interesting. Anyway, let's go have maybe a drink or 2 or 3. back in. It was actually a good time. Like, they had an upstairs and a downstairs, so like people were like everywhere, but it was pretty good. So met some new people that were like at the show, but we just never walked in the same walked for the same designer, so like we just personally didn't meet each other, but I did see some people I did know, connected, you know, so everything was good. This is not a place I'd probably go to when I come up to Columbia because, oh Jesus Christ, because it's just not it's not really my speed, but very nice, like time, very nice time. So anyway, time is now 1:18. I'm finna drive home. Yes, I'm finna drive an hour and 30 minutes home. Everybody is like flabbergasted, but yes, I'm finna drive home because I want to be in my own bed, and I don't have anything to do tomorrow until like 2-3. So yeah, I want to go home, lay in my own bed, take this makeup off, like shower, just yeah. So I'm finna go home. I'm kind of hungry, but I'm kind of not. But maybe by the time I get there, I will be. So, ooh, I feel like they're gonna run into that person. But anyway, we'll see. So I need to turn around and actually go back that way. So let's see how long it takes us to get home.
You're gone. Every now and then I think you might want me to come show up at your door, but I'm just too afraid that I'll be wrong. Don't wanna know if you look into her eyes, if she's holding on to you so tight, the way I did before. I overdosed. Should've known your love was a game. Now I can't get you out of my brain. Oh, it's such a shame.
So let me give you all a little recap of what happened yesterday. So I babysat Friday night. We had a group me within each designer, and that would let you know updates and whatever. I don't know why she just didn't do it on iMessage, but initially I was only supposed to walk for one person on Saturday. I ended up walking for two instead, last minute. But the original designers who we're talking about today. So she texted Friday night in the group chat if we would be able to come in at 12 o'clock on Saturday for a fitting. Now, mind you, we were supposed to be there already at 2:30 for scouts, or scouting agencies were going to be there scouting, and so we were supposed to be there at 2:30 to 4. Show starts at 7. So she wanted us to come an hour and a half earlier than that, so at 12 o'clock. I was like, okay, that's fine. Obviously, I'm going to be tired. I'm not the only one that's not living in Columbia, so that's gonna like affect, but still, you should have just came to the rehearsals prior, and other designers were there at the rehearsals and they had some of their fittings in, instead of waiting till literally the day of, because anything could go wrong, you know, sewing, pinning, boob tape, whatever the case may be, and you have to do that on the day of instead of just correcting it beforehand, which I feel like is very unprofessional and not well thought out. But okay, so I ended up trying to get there at 12. So I left the house, got there at like 11:45, but I wasn't sure where I was supposed to go. There was no address in the group chat, nothing of the sorts. So we had to go, I went to Paul Mitchell School. So that's normally where we would get hair and makeup done. And we've also had the rehearsal there prior. So I went there as a good meeting spot because since I don't live in Columbia, I didn't want to just keep driving around for no reason. I was like, well, I'll just sit here and wait for, you know, a text to come through of the address. Therefore, I'll be able to go just from one place to another. So she never sent it. People were texting in the group chat. She was unresponsive. So that's another reason. Unresponsive. And I ended up texting my homegirl, or one of the girls that was there, and she was also walking with the same designer I was walking for. So I said, hey, what's the address? She sent it to me. I'm like, cool, I'm only 3 miles away. So I was not going to be there right at 12 because at this point, this was like 11:57 by the time she had texted me back. Designer, still unresponsive. She texted me the address. I ended up going to the place, like I said, was 3 miles away from me. So I'm like, okay, I'm pretty close, you know, I'm not that far. So I think I'll be able to make it right after like 12:05 maybe. Well, I ended up making it right at like 12:05 because I knew where I was going. So I was like, oh, I didn't take the route in which it told me it was going to take like 12 minutes. I think it was trying to take some detour. I don't know. So I ended up being able to just get there quicker. Got there at 12:05. I was like, okay, you know, hey, parked, got in. And I was unsure where to go, but I kept seeing some other models and other workers in general of the place, the venue we were at, walking in one specific door. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just walk in here and then, you know, walk around and see where I need to go. Well, I walked in, seen 2 other models there already. So I was like, okay, cool. I know at least, you know, they're lost, I'm lost in a sense. So we all sat together, waited, whatever. So no hate to her. The CEO, Juliet, came over and she was there for like a quick minute. I guess just going over, you know, final details and things like that. I know she's very busy on the day of, you have literally this entire business to run. So she came over, she was like, hey, she's like, are you guys good? You know, you're just waiting on your designer. We're like, yeah, you know, she told us to meet us here at 12 for a fitting because she wasn't at any other rehearsals, whatever. She was like, okay, cool, good, whatever. And she goes on about her business. So she had no idea any of this was going on until later. But end up sitting there for an hour and a half. Yep, an hour and a freaking half, y'all. I literally have the timestamps, and obviously it's in the video, but I had the timestamps of when she actually came. So I did not want to run my battery down. I did not want to leave and go get food. I had not had my makeup done yet. So I'm like, at this point, I'm behind, because if I would have just went to Paul Mitchell and got my makeup done and then I would have came over there, it would have been cool. But since she said 12 o'clock, I'm like, fitting is not going to be that hard. It's not like we're doing a rehearsal with her, we're just fitting. And I figured it might be good to go ahead and get my outfit and then do my makeup, so then I at least know what I'm wearing. Maybe, you know, go for a smoky look, or maybe some under eye, you know, just something so I can base off my outfit off of, or base the makeup off of the outfit. So I waited. Lord knows I could have I literally could have taken longer or taken any time in general at Paul Mitchell and or at home, because you took an hour and a half to get there. How are you texting us to be there at 12 and you're not even there until after 1:30? Like, and then walked in with 2 Bojangles bow boxes, 2 of the drinks. So I'm like, so not only are you late, but you're late with food. You didn't acknowledge us when you came in. You didn't say hey, this is my name, hey, this is my brand, whatever. You didn't say anything. You didn't acknowledge us like we were there at all. Like, you definitely did not want to be there. That's how you acted the entire time. Okay, so that already teed me off. That already ticked me off, like, from the very, very jump. Because I guess as a business owner, if I'm even a minute late, I'm apologizing. Like, I'm very sorry, because you want that person's business. You want that person to have a good taste in their mouth about you. You want that person to, you know, even if they do say to somebody, hey, she was late, but oh my goodness, she apologized, she compensated, she did this, you know, whatever the case may be. So I try to do that on my end. So I definitely expect other people to do that on their end. But maybe that's just a good customer service person in me, because she most definitely did not have that in there. She came in there, she stuck in her little corner. So we were on one side, the runway was down the middle, the practice runway was down the middle, and then she was on the other side. So she came in, she was with her stuff. Some people like trickled over there every now and then, but she never called us over there, never introduced herself. So I still don't even know how to say her name to this day. But she called us over, or she did not call us over. She didn't say anything to us, whatever. People just started trickling over there one-on-one, trying to see what was going on, because she came in, she had the outfits in, like, multiple outfits in one bag, like one garment bag. So no one knew what their outfit was. Why? Because she sent pictures to individual people, like she DM'd individual people and told them what they would be wearing. So then they have as for females, the right undergarments, boob tape, right, you know, underwear, you know, pasties, whatever the case may be, made sure they had the right whatever. Well, when she showed up, some of these people didn't have the outfits that she sent them. So some of the girls are freaking out because they have certain undergarments that no longer work for their particular outfit because you have changed it unbeknownst to everyone else. Once again, poor communication. So I end up going over there. She had never texted me nothing. So I had no idea until I got there and talking to the other girls that some people knew what they were wearing beforehand. I was like, oh, well, she didn't text me. So I just left alone. I was unbeknown to what I was wearing at all. So some people had went over there and they were like, oh yeah, I hate what I'm wearing, or I don't like it, or whatever. Some people went over there and was like, oh yeah, I mean, it's decent, it's okay, whatever. And I was one of those people. I was like, it's decent, it's cool. So I ended up going over there. She had, it's Sunday, so I'm really not even gonna try and do too much, but she ended up having an assistant who was trash, who was her mother, no offense, but she didn't do anything. She was on the phone the entire time. She never helped. If you needed something, she would be like, oh, you have to wait for we're just gonna call her designer. She'd be like, you have to wait for designer to come. You have to wait for the designer to come. Okay, so then why are you here? Because you have about 20 models walking, 15 to 20 models walking for you. And I'm like, you're not helping, you're not pinning, you're not looking at outfits, you're not getting everyone's accessories together. Like, you're not doing anything but sitting there being on your phone the whole time. So I'm like, what are you here for? Like, if that was my mom, if that was my assistant, if that was my friend, that was my cousin, that was my sister, I'd be mad. I'd be mad because you're not helping with anything. You're telling me what needs to be done, but you're not actually helping me at all. So I'm like, okay, so we got the fitting done. Like I said, outfit was mid. Got the fitting, and I knew I needed boob tape. Well, didn't know that because you didn't tell me. I would have bought some. I would have bought some double-sided tape, so then obviously, you know, it sticks to the fabric and sticks to my body, but you didn't tell me anything. So what I'm not gonna do is go and try and rush during this little bit of time that I have left in between the scouts, or in between the fitting and the scouts, to go and try and find some. That is now on you, in my opinion, because if you would have told somebody sooner, I had all the time in the world to go and get something and, you know, make sure I was prepared. But since you did not want to prepare me, I'm not finna keep bothering you. Seems like you don't want to be bothered. That's why you weren't communicating with us in the first place in the group chat. But okay, cool. So end up doing the fitting, whatever. My girl, she said she hated what she was wearing. She was like, that's not what she texted me, that's not what she sent me, I don't like it, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I definitely understand that. Like, I definitely understand that, you know, not liking it, whatever. But I told her, I'm like, she's a very quiet person too, and she, like, her and conversation don't go together. But I'm like, girl, you need to tell somebody. Now, I'll say I have a couple little iffies when it comes to outfits. Now, if you're walking for multiple designers, I might not say anything about the one designer I really don't like the outfit to ask if they have something else, as long as it's not the last outfit I walk in. Because last outfit you walk in is probably the outfit they're going to tell you to keep on because they want pictures. So if the last outfit is the one that you hate, say something. Or if that's the only design you're walking for and that's the only outfit you have on, say something. Those are my there she go texting now. Those are the two things I have. Like, if it's the last designer and I don't like it and I don't feel comfortable in it, I'm saying something. Or if it's the only designer. So at this point, this is the only one I was walking for, but it was mid. So I'm like, it's okay, I guess. Like, I'll just, you know, have to thug it out. So ended up getting the fitting done, and now I had a couple minutes, less than an hour, before we were supposed to be back for the scouts, all black, walking down the runway, things like that. So I'm like, okay, what should I do? Because I want to go get food, but I'm like, to go get food and then to come back, I'm like, I don't know what's going to be happening. She's not responding in this group chat, so if anything is to be missed, it's literally just going to be on me. Well, I had some other people there, so I'm like, hey, let me know if something happens. I'm gonna go get food real quick and I'll be right back. I still, once again, had not got my makeup done, so that's something I need to do before the scouts as well. In this less than hour period, need to go get food. I was not going to eat it, but I needed to go get it because I'm like, I didn't know if they were gonna provide any food or just snacks, and I've now been here since 12, so I'm like, I need to eat something before the show starts at 7. I'm like, that'll be me going at least 7 hours without food. So I'm like, I need to get me something and at least hold it for later. So I'm like, okay, thinking about that, thinking about the makeup situation, I'm like, okay, anything else I need to get done? Nothing really. Everything else I feel like is good for right now. My outfit, you know, I know what I'm wearing, I know what shoes I'm wearing. I'm like, everything else is okay. So I ended up, sorry y'all for the shakiness, I'm driving, but I'm like, okay, I think everything else is good. So I go get food, talk to my homeboy. He asked me where it was. I told him. He was like, hey, where you at? And I was like, oh, I went to go get food. He was like, oh, I thought y'all had time to do that. Yeah, I thought so, but we did not have time, so I have to make time now. Got food, came back, did not eat, left, you know, myself in the car or whatever, and I went to go for the scouts. We walked, did a runway up and down, and then they would let us know after. So it's kind of like a lot of waiting and then a lot of people not saying anything. So in that part, it was a little confusing because the only day I was there was Saturday. So some people are basing it off of Thursday and Friday when they walked of what would happen next, and some people did not know. Some people were me. Did not know what would happen next. So some people are like, oh, they're doing callbacks now. Some people are like, oh, they're doing callbacks later. Keep your stuff on, don't change. Hey, don't go anywhere. You know, some people are like, oh, you have a little bit of time, you know, between now and the next, you know, time that we're supposed to do something. If you need to eat, if you need to use the restroom, if you need to get your makeup touched up, you know, a lot of people are saying different things. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna just stay here. I did my makeup by myself because at this point I was like, I'm not gonna risk going back to Paul Mitchell to get my makeup done and then come back over here and potentially miss something. So I was like, I'll just wait and do it myself, have them touch it up when the Paul Mitchell students come, because I don't know if all of them or some of them were coming to the venue to do touch-ups, you know, or between in between designers, they would be able to add to your makeup, you know, things of this nature. So I was like, well, I'll just do my makeup now, and then when they come, they can do touch-ups, and I feel like that'll work best. So did my makeup, whatever. I ended up eating, everything was cool. Well, talked to the designer. She had an attitude. So I'm like, I don't know if she had an attitude the whole time. She had an attitude because she was stressed. It was stressful. I don't know what it was, but I was sick of the attitude because a lot of the stuff could have been avoided if you would have just communicated. I feel like it would have been so much easier if you would have just communicated, and then maybe some of us could have helped you out, because now you're struggling with this tape, which some of us could have brought our own tape, you know, and then we wouldn't have had this issue. But you didn't say nothing, / hence you switched outfits on some people. They don't know what to do at this point. Like we're stuck with kind of what we're stuck with. Well, you're done with this. Everything is cool, everything is fine. I'm just trying to do as best I can. Well, my homegirl, I told her, you know, we had talked about it before about her telling the lady, like, this is, you know, not what she was comfortable wearing in, you know, whatever the case may be. This lady hence turned around and told her, because she texted me what she said. She told her that if she was not comfortable walking in it, she didn't need to walk. And I'm like, that's low-key rude and disrespectful. The fact that you picked me to walk for you, you then sent me a design / a picture of what I'd be wearing. You then switched it up, and now that I'm not comfortable wearing that, you said walk or don't walk, either put up or shut up type. And that right there irritated me. So I'm like, yeah, I'm keeping it in the back of my head because I've never seen her before at another Columbia Fashion Week event. So I'm like, I don't know if this is your first time, or maybe I just haven't seen you before, or what. But I know this is not how the CEO runs. I know that's not how she has her people. Like, truly, people that have worked for her don't have this type of attitude, don't have this type of demeanor. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm keeping it in the back of my head, and I'm gonna wait till my moment, and then I'm gonna say something, because she's not gonna say anything, and that's fine. But I'm like, I know we're both grown, and I know you can handle yourself, and if you don't feel like it's a problem, it's not a problem. That's not always it. I feel like sometimes people don't know how to come about it, and this is her first show. She has family coming. They have now, you know, bought VIP tickets. They have now, you know, took off work. They're here, you know, what is that, you know, spending money on hotel rooms to be here. I'm like, no, if this is your first show to walk in, and this is your only designer, you don't have many options to not walk here. You have to. And I'm like, for her to pretty much, like I say put up or shut up, that is not right. Like, I don't really know how to describe it, but that's just not right to me. So I'm not trying to get irritated about it all over again, because it's handled, so it's cool. So anyway, she told me that, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna just keep it in the back of my head. I went to go eat, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna say something at the right time. That's what I had in my head. I was like, I'm gonna say something to her at the right time, being Juliet. So I'm like, okay, so I seen her one time, and like I said, I know you're very busy on game day, show day, you know, final finale. And I'm like, at this point, it's like talking to the bride. You don't want to talk to the bride. You want to talk to the maid of honor. You want to talk to the matron of honor. You want to talk to anyone else besides the bride, because that's not who you want to mess with on their day. And that's kind of what I was thinking here. I was like, I really don't want to talk to her, but I know she'll get it done quick, fast, and in a hurry, because that's not how she rolls. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna talk to her at some point. So I seen her, I talked to her, I said, hey, do you have a minute? After the show, she was like, why can't you talk to me now? I said, I mean, I guess we can, but like, you know, if you want to talk after the show, that's fine. She was like, well, I'm finna go walk. So do you want to walk? I was like, cool. So we walk. I tell her what happened, and she was like, interesting. So it seems like, from what I understood, the designer tried to beat the punch and tell the CEO that my homegirl did not want to walk just for no reason. She didn't tell her the reason as to why she was not comfortable in walking. She didn't even tell her she was uncomfortable. She didn't say that. She just said that I had a model that was not wanting to walk in the design that I gave her. She didn't. She left out a whole bunch of middle. She gave her 2 pieces of bread and no peanut butter, no jelly. She just gave her the little stuff in between and never said, oh, it's because I changed her design last minute. Therefore, when I gave her her new design, she was not comfortable walking in it, and I didn't bring any extra outfits. That's what you should have said, but that's not what you said, which is fine. You know, that's clearly your mentality. That's clearly your that's how you run, that's how you roll, and that's fine, but that's just not cute. So I'm like, okay, cool. So ended up telling her about it. Like I said, it was definitely 2 different stories as of what we thought / what they heard. But I was like, okay, cool. We talked about it. That's fine. That she was like, hey, just do something for me real quick and then we'll figure it out. And I said, okay, cool. So I did what she asked. Nevertheless, doesn't matter. Did what she asked. I came back and everything was cool. Ended up, my homegirl was no longer walking for the designer that we originally walked for. She was going to walk for someone else and they were going to make it happen. And I said, great, amazing. Love that for her. And it's so crazy because she walked for the designer that I love. I love their designs, and it was a collab too, so it's 2 designers that I love, which is crazy. But I'm like, girl, I said, you got it. No matter what the outfit they put together, I know it because I love both of their designs, and I really wish I could have been part of their team, but they had a very short list this year. So I'm like, it is crazy. But she's like, okay, so she got an outfit. When I tell you that outfit was so tea, when y'all see the pictures, her outfit just complimented her so well. Like, everybody kept saying it, but she just looked so much more comfortable, so much more relaxed, so much in her element in that outfit versus the other outfits that she had on. Because I don't even think she took pictures in the other outfit, but like, just by her outfit, her demeanor, you know, whatever. And like, being a model, if you're not confident in what you're wearing, if you are not 100% with what you're wearing, it shows on the runway. It shows that you're not comfortable. It shows that you don't like the outfit. It shows that this is not you. You know, your walk is different. Your strut is different. Your chest is not as pumped up. You know what I mean? So it's just something that you know when you know. And I'm like, her outfit, when it came out and they were adding accessories and they're adding this and they're adding that, and I'm like, girl, I'm not even, like, I was never mad, always hating. That is it's the difference. I was not mad at her for walking for these designs. I was hating because her outfit was so freaking tea, bro. Her outfit was so tea, and she just felt so much more comfortable. She was like, thank you. And I'm like, girl, that's no problem. Like, always a girl's girl. Always do everything out of love. I'm always rooting for you, even if you're not rooting for yourself. And this right here was just something that I'm like, girl, this is your first time this year. You know, your family's coming, and being a model, or I'll say not even being a model, being an artist in general, your artwork, your photography, your videography, your painting, your oil pastel, your whatever, as long as you are confident, it shows. And as long as you know that you're good, it just makes it so much better. So I'm like, the fact that she was so much more confident in this outfit, you could just tell in the aura, her energy, like everything was just up. So I was like, amazing. Which then turned out to, I was over there with her having her outfit. I was just trying to hype her up for real, just trying to be like, girl, you look good, da da da. And she really did look good. And it ended up being like, hey, you want to wear something? I sure do. So that's how I ended up walking for the second one. Just literally hyping her up. So once again, putting putting yourself in positions to literally just be a girl's girl, just love somebody, I just love, I love friends, I love cousins, I love, I just love people, you know what I mean? And that's just my energy, that's just how I am. But for the simple fact that I'm just over there hyping her up because I'm so excited that she's actually walking for someone who A, is amazing and very talented and very chef's kiss, then the fact it turns around and I was offered then another slot to walk that same day on the spot, no fitting, no nothing. I can't even tell you how to feeling. So we get our outfits, both outfits, see, whatever. So I ended up still walking for the other designer. I honestly was not going to, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna go ahead and walk, even though you had a little funky attitude, and I'm gonna do what I need to do. So I went ahead and I got dressed because their number was 5 and the other designer was 6. So turn around, turn and burn, get new changed outfit real quick and go on about my business. So anyway, had to get out of this now designer number 2's outfit, get back in designer number 1 outfit. Like I said, everyone seemed to have a problem with theirs, but once again, if you would have had a fitting sooner, you would have realized this. So there was boob tape everywhere, pins everywhere, like everything not fit on people's body the way they were supposed to. Some people were dragging their pants, other people it was not fitting in certain place. The boob tape, like everything was just, and mid as a whole, like everybody had something wrong with their outfit, like something that they did not like, something that was just off, something was poking them, something was itching, something was whatever, not long enough, big enough, pins in awkward places, like it was just always something. So I'm like, whatever. So end up walking, everything was cool, everything was good. Family, that was like a 200-foot runway, like it was long, but amazing pictures. I know they got amazing pictures, seen some great photographers down at the end. I cannot even name all of them because their Instagram handles are different than what I'm thinking, but I definitely will put them down here below. All of the photographers, all of the videographers, all of the everybody, lighting, DJ, everybody was amazing. So got done with that, ended up talking about an after party. So I'm like, I don't really know, but ended up going for a little bit. Everything was cool, everything was fine. I ended up driving back home as well. So I had been there since 11:45. I did not get back home until 3 o'clock. When I tell you your girl was tired, your girl was tired. I immediately got home, got in that shower, got that makeup off, and went to bed. Like I tried to text as many people as possible to let them know that I got home, but I was like, this is amazing. So, but nevertheless, Juliet Mueller, you are a 10 out of 10. You are a golden star. You are an angel sent straight from God himself. I love you. I love your energy. I love your team. I love the presence that they have. I love the production itself. I love every single thing, like from lighting to video to the stage to the designers to the designs to the creativity to the uniqueness to the one of one. I love every single thing about that lady, and I love every single thing about Columbia Fashion Week. Like, this is the first time I've ever walked for them, but this is not the first time I've been to their show. I knew the production. I knew how she ran her show. I knew how her energy is. I know how she holds herself, how she presents herself to the world. And when I tell you that lady is nothing less of a 10 out of 10, nothing less. I love her so freaking much, and I don't even know if she knows how much she means to me, because we are newly introduced to each other. Like, I have seen her at shows, we've talked briefly, whatever, but this year, this show right here, and I guess it's also like she knows my name. I don't know how that affects other people, but I have a complicated name, and so where people will try to go ahead and shorten you, or go ahead and give you a nickname, or go ahead and just call you what they want to call you. And when I seen her and she called me by my first name and it was pronounced correctly, I fell in love with her from then on. I said, she cares, because how do you have 100 models and you know their names, you know where they live? Because she asked me yesterday, she said, are you driving back to Greenville? You take time, you take pride, you love, you care, you are the top model, girl. Like, I love that lady down. I will stand on that forever. I love that lady down. So I will be in every single thing that Columbia Fashion Week has from here on out. Anything I can make, I will be there. And like I said, as of today, I am thinking this is what I'll be trying out for next year. So that's going to be my goal. That's going to be my energy. That's going to be what I am looking forward to next. One of the many things I'm looking forward to next. But from Columbia Fashion Week, I will try my hardest because I will have my own poster. I will have a poster. I will. That right there eats so bad. It's going to happen. I'm saying it out there now. It's going to happen. I'm going to be a Columbia Fashion Week female top model of 2020. I don't know yet, but it will happen. So that's all I have to say. Amazing. I'm finna go do some more work so I can go ahead and perfect my craft even more. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all on the flip. Bye.